Some days, you're running on high alert. Your heart's racing, your brain won't shut up, and you can't sit still. Other days, you can't even get off the couch. You feel like you're either spiraling or shut down, and there's no in between. And the worst part, you start thinking you're the problem. That maybe you're just unstable, or lazy, or dramatic, or broken. But what if I told you this cycle isn't a personality issue, it's a trauma loop? And if you've been through narcissistic abuse, you're probably stuck in it without even realizing why. This is one of the biggest ways that abuse still affects me even now. I'll wake up some days with this heavy anxiety in my chest for literally no reason. And I'll try to push through, distract myself, keep busy, but it's like there's this background noise in my brain that never shuts off. Then, other days, I feel like I just crash. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. Everything feels like a chore, even things I actually care about. And the back and forth is exhausting because one minute I feel like I need to be doing more. The next, I can barely function. And then I blame myself for both. When I look back at that relationship, this cycle actually makes perfect sense. Because when you're with a narcissist, you're always on alert. You never know when something you say is going to set them off. You're constantly managing their moods, avoiding landmines, trying to keep the peace. That anxiety, it becomes normal. And your body adjusts to it like it's just the way things are. You stay on edge because it's safer than relaxing. But here's the thing no one talks about. That kind of stress builds up. And eventually, your nervous system gets so fried, it shuts down. That's the depression side of the cycle. After enough emotional chaos, your body says, we're done. No more input. Shut it all off. So now, even after they're gone, you're still wired for chaos. Still expecting the other shoe to drop. And when nothing does drop, you crash anyways. Because your system doesn't know how to stay calm. Only how to react or shut down. I want you to hear me when I say this. You're not broken. You're burnt out. You're not lazy. You're in survival mode. What you're experiencing is a trauma response. You were put in a situation where hypervigilance became your default setting. And when that setting wears out, you hit emotional zero. You're not unstable. Your nervous system is tired. And that's not something you choose. It's something you were trained into. This is something I still deal with, but there are a few things I've been practicing that are actually helping me slowly to break the loop. Number one, noticing the shift without judgment. When I start getting really anxious or really shut down, I try not to go straight into blame. Instead, I ask, is this my old survival pattern? Just that awareness softens the spiral. Number two, grounding my body, not just my mind. Trying to think my way out of anxiety didn't work for me. What's been helping more? Breath work, cold water, a short walk. Something that gets me into my body, not stuck in my head. Number three, creating safety on purpose. I started doing things that signal my nervous system, we're not in danger anymore. Lighting a candle, turning on calming music, talking to myself gently like I would to a friend. It sounds simple, but it works. Number four, letting rest be rest. This one's hard. When I crash into that depressive state, I try not to fight it. I give myself permission to rest without guilt. Because sometimes that's exactly what I need. Not motivation, just restoration. Number five, doing one small thing, even if I can't do a full workout, or clean the house, or tackle a to-do list. I'll do one thing. fold one shirt, step outside for 5 minutes, send one message. That one thing gives me momentum and proves I'm not stuck forever. Living in a cycle of anxiety and depression doesn't mean you're broken. It means your nervous system adapted to survive something it never should have had to endure. But now, you're allowed to do more than survive. You're allowed to feel safe. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to heal. And every time you pause and breathe, every time you let yourself rest without feeling guilt, every time you speak kindly to yourself instead of criticizing the crash, you're breaking the cycle. Not all at once, but piece by piece. And if you're on that journey too, comment below, I'm allowed to heal. Because you are. And healing is already happening.